That's a new tune I've just written. Have another go at it. Chieftain Custom really digging into it now, and it's becoming quite inspiring because it's kind of throaty. It's got a lot of shift. It's whatever however you want to play it. You can blow it really hard and get a lot of shift, or you can play it really lightly. I like to blow it because I'm kind of like, I need to get air out. I'm not one of these light blowers. It doesn't clog, well, hardly. I mean, I had to blow out once just while I was putting that tune together, but at the end of the day, I haven't got the best lung capacity, but I'm able to hold a whole bar, or sorry, a whole 8 bars sometimes in one breath with these. So you really, if you can take a good lungful, you don't have to be gasping for breath. That's what I said about the back pressure. It's all about back pressure and tone, and I hope the tone comes across. Yes, also a new tune. I don't know what it's called yet, but it's fresh off the press.
Richard Coles and Asma Mir, and JP is back in the hot seat. We've been asking whether people have an undiscovered claim to fame, a bit the way that the Stig was for years. He was famous, but no one knew who he was.
I'll see if I can go on after that very moving poem, actually. It's wonderful. But we have been asking you to get in touch this morning. And as you know, Richard, I like to play the old tin whistle now and again.
What precious memories that brings back.
But unfortunately, not one made by Phil Hardy. Hello, Phil.
How you doing?
Now tell us about a special whistle that you made.
Well, I was making whistles back in the early 90s, and I got a call from a guy called Tony Hinnigan, who preliminarily worked for the composer James Horner over in LA. And prior to the recording of the soundtrack for Titanic, I got a call from Tony requesting penny whistles in just about every key imaginable. They tend to be made in D, which is the little penny whistles, but he wanted ones that were sort of 2 or 3 feet long for very low ones and very high ones. And the whistles that I made him, they ended up on many soundtracks, but primarily the My Heart Will Go On from the Celine Dion track from the movie. So that kind of projected the sound of the whistle globally, and we've never really looked back.
Now, I know the song, but for those who maybe are unfamiliar with it, do give us a little blast on your whistle there, Phil.
I will, just a second.
That was absolutely wonderful.
Go on, JP, do your river dance. Go on.
How does it feel then when you hear it and know that that's one of your own whistles?
Well, I mean, it's a great privilege to be to be so infamous in a way, and from that point, the whistle business globally took off, and the whole Irish music thing seemed to have peaked around the sort of into the 2000s.
We love our whistles, we definitely do. Phil, thank you very much for talking to us this morning, and we can say hello now to Andrew. Hello, Andrew.